Welcome into the Extra Point presented by Corner Pub in Brentwood on 710 Old Hickory Boulevard. For Nashville's best meat and three, craft beers and more, the neighborhood meets at the corner. And Zach, Vandy hosting a top 25 team, not from the SEC, Kansas State. The Commodores are 2-0, but what would a win against Kansas State do for this program?
Oh, I think it's massive. I think Derek Mason, when we went to the press conference on Tuesday, knows how big of an impact this could be. They beat a top 25 team if they beat Kansas State. But I think what it does is it solidifies that this team is for real. And I don't think that we've ever said that about Vanderbilt dating back since James Franklin. And the other thing that it does, and I think this is the most important thing, you're playing Alabama, Florida, and Georgia back-to-back-to-back weeks after this Kansas State game. Historically, that means 3 straight losses. If you lose to the Wildcats of Kansas State, that's 4 straight losses. They cannot go into a hole like that. That will completely kill their season. This is one they need to win. It's at home. I think they have the advantage. Their offense looks really, really good. They've scored points. I know it's been against lesser competition, but I think that this is a massive game. This is a shift in a season. If you win this game, you also build momentum. Showcasing your talents at 2:30 against Alabama in a couple of weeks.
Yeah, I think, for one, I think fans better get out there to Vanderbilt Stadium to watch this game, because 25,000 people for that Alabama A&M game is not good enough for what Derek Mason and this football team deserves. I think they need to pack the house against Kansas State, and a win over Kansas State, I think, validates the process that Derek Mason put in place in year one. It's taken a while. They've gone through bad seasons. That first season was really bad under Derek Mason, but he's got better and better and better, making a bowl, keeping Andy Ludwig around, and growing the offense as the defense continues to carry this thing. And I think validating the process will be very rewarding for Derek Mason and his staff, and the fans should take that and notice that as well.
Yeah, and there's no doubt that this is the best team Derek Mason has had since he's been at Vanderbilt. You've got an experienced junior quarterback in Kyle Shermer. Ralph Webb comes back, and we know what he is. The outside's getting better. Receivers are making plays, which we didn't get that before. And defensively, they've got returning starters in the secondary, and that's where I feel like Vanderbilt got burned over and over and over again over the last several years, is deep, big-time plays.
Yeah.
They cut down on that. They'll win against Kansas State and ride that momentum into that 3-game stretch.
Kansas State's a good opponent. Kind of mirrors like a Florida or Georgia type setup. So it should be a very physical game down on West End. And that's today's Extra Point, presented by Corner Pub in Brentwood on A to Z Sports Nashville.com.